Hi, Original Soul. Welcome in to this reading where honestly there feels like maybe there's a lot of sexual energy in this reading, but we'll see what comes out when we add some tarot to it. I hope you're doing well. So let's jump into the cards here, shall we? My little rabbit stone off to the side. Okay, so let's run through what we've got. Up at the top here, care and nurturing. In the center, we've got the staff. At the bottom here, we've got labia. And then coming into the reading, we've got the cell phone card. And then in the future position, doubles came out. So we're kind of going from single to double here. So I don't know if this is about a relationship for somebody that is watching. Maybe that is you. But then we've got we are one and forbidden fruit. Okay, so we'll talk through these cards. Oh yeah, and then we've got some crystal cards too. Yeah, we'll go through those in a little bit. Okay. All right, so like I said, there is a lot of sexual energy here. I mean, obviously with a labia card, you can take that pretty literal. And we've got staff. With the care and nurturing card, there are 2 cups on this card as well. So that reminded me of the 2 of cups in tarot. But coming into the reading, looks like communication is key. So I don't know if you have been communicating with somebody or you do need to communicate with somebody. This is out of a dream deck. So in terms of dreams, just fun fact, if you do dream about phones or texting or different things like that, as my throat gets all wonky talking about communication. But having technical problems with a phone or not able to get a signal, losing it, right, leaving it at home, things like that in your dream might mean that in your waking life, you're not able to get your message across, or maybe someone else isn't being clear with you. And then if you have texts or emails appearing in your dream, this can be a symbol of fast communication, or your unconscious may be urging you to move forward with some kind of communication. I definitely had some dreams that have had things related with technology. I had one recently about a text coming in, but do you ever try to read stuff in your dream and it's like total gibberish? So anyway, communication coming into this reading. So that seems to be something important related to whatever's going on. And then all down the center here, this could be, there's definitely something about balance in the reading with the care and nurturing. Again, like I said, the 2 of cups, that also can be about balance, can be about love. There is sort of this nurturing of masculine energy in this card. So definitely something needs a little more care, a little more TLC. The staff card also is about balance and bringing things, uniting things, bringing things into more of a union or more of a harmony. So that's what the staff card is about. And then the labia card is about protection and about pleasure. So this is at the base of the reading, and this could, come across in a couple different ways. One of the things that was jumping out to me was some kind of wounding or even trauma or just some sort of, maybe issues around something to do with sex or relationships, something like that. So if you're into astrology at all, or anything about your birth chart, or you want to go ahead and look it up, noticing or looking up where your Chiron placement is might be interesting to do, or maybe you already know where yours is. But that is coming up a little bit here, maybe a Chiron in either Scorpio, Taurus, or Virgo, and then also potentially 6th house, 4th house, 7th house, or 8th house. So Chiron is about our wounds and what we need to heal, at least in this lifetime. So maybe there is something around, relationships, intimacy, something of that nature where maybe you just haven't felt safe or haven't felt protected, or it's been hard even to kind of find pleasure in that way. So that could be from obviously past situation, something happening, or just unhealthy relationships, toxic partners, even abuse potentially. So that's coming through strong in this reading, and definitely some sort of balance needing to come in. So whether that is balance with another person, or this could be just really balance with yourself and really taking a look at that, right? Bringing in care and nurturing to whatever that wound may be, finding more harmony and unity within yourself and bringing in a little bit of healing. So that's definitely coming through. Or, this could be a current relationship that does need some care and nurturing brought in. That could be it as well. Okay. Let's see here. What else do we got? All right. So as I mentioned at the beginning, if it's not a current relationship, this could be bringing unity to a relationship with quaking aspen and apple. We are one and forbidden fruit. This does, have a little bit of a tone to it. Like maybe there is some sort of relationship. Now, again, this could be a person that you really have wanted to maybe ask out or connect with, or pursue and see where that goes. But for some reason, you've been unable to do that. You've been stopping yourself from doing that. Right? But you really maybe can't stop thinking about that person. For some reason, you feel like that's something you shouldn't do, right? With forbidden fruit, but with quaking aspen and we are one, you definitely want that connection and maybe even a little bit of that kind of excitement, or not really urgency, but just like you really want that person. So that's coming through. This also could be, if it's not an actual person, something that you really desire to do that makes you happy, that you haven't been able to. And this has come up a lot in the readings recently. And I think Staff was out towards the end of March. We've had a lot of being vulnerable, trusting your gut, creating your life. Those have been a couple of the past few affirmations. So we'll come up with an affirmation to work with this week. But it seems like maybe preventing yourself from being happy or not going after potentially something that you had really wanted to do. And this just seems like kind of getting yourself in this authority position to bring in the balance, take the path that you want to take. Right, with care and nurturing, highest good, and right, knowing that it's okay to pursue your pleasure. Got some flickering lights while I was saying that. So maybe you're finally going after it. Maybe you're finally communicating, this dream to someone, especially if you feel like there's a person that's been preventing you from doing what you want to do, right? Who told you it was not okay for you to be happy. It is absolutely important for you to feel fulfilled. So whether this is a career, maybe even, a choice of college or something like that, some sort of hobby, right? Maybe you're finally expressing that, hey, I'm going down this direction. This is what makes me happy. This is important to me, right? And this brings more unity to you. Even though it was something that you thought was forbidden, this is also about being authentic. Okay, what did we get here with the crystal cards? Barite and Danbarite. Both of these are kind of a more clear, a little bit of a milky color. Barite, also desert rose, as a form of that. I do have a piece of that, but it's so fragile. I leave it up on a shelf because every time I move it, I break little pieces of it off, and I don't want to do that. Barite, get answers to your biggest questions, and Danbarite, turn on your electric light. Both of these were about getting into your higher vibration, right? Feeling good. Stop saying yes to things you don't want to do. Those sorts of things, right? Start following your dreams, your path, really getting more in touch. So really mirroring what came out here with the herb deck cards. Okay, let's see what Archangel Michael wanted to add into this reading. Detach from the situation. And I think we got this just recently. Maybe not last week, but the week or two before. My prayer, Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment to fear or drama so that I may be centered in the knowingness that peace is everywhere within me and this situation. Okay, so that's the message from Archangel Michael. So yeah, if there is some sort of wounding, some sort of healing that needs to happen, definitely detaching from that situation, getting more in your higher vibe, working through some of that healing. All right, let's add some tarot to it. Let's not use the wizard deck today. So we'll add a few cards here. Then we'll add spirit animal, an angel tarot. As I'm shuffling, the pleasure card is kind of sneaking and hiding under this staff card, under this authority card. So notice where you have not allowed yourself to bring in joy, pleasure. Last week we had a lot of Capricorn energy in. It was about being a creator, but maybe you've been working way too hard, kind of forgotten to step back and let yourself have a little bit of that joy as well. All right, let's see here. Card with the cell phone communication. Two of Swords. So this is something that you've been thinking about, debating over, unsure what choice to make. Right, with the blindfold on and a red blindfold, it's time to use your wisdom. With the crows flying around her head, right, that seems to be, to me, kind of external noise, external opinions. That's come up quite a bit too, keeping you from what you want to do. Again, who's telling you it's a bad choice? When your heart is telling you this is the way you should go, right? Only you know your perspective. You know your goals, right? Everyone else's opinion, excuse me, is just that. It's just an opinion. It's not a requirement. It's not a directive. You are the one that gets to make the choice. But it does seem like something that you've been thinking about, weighing over. Maybe you're only seeing this or that, and there could be some kind of in-between option as well. So keeping that in mind. Maybe even getting a little bit into your body as well to just calm your mind, settle your mind, tune out that chatter so you know that you can move and make a good choice. Yeah, with Judgment there, some sort of awakening, some sort of realization coming in. All right, let's see here. Yeah, with this labia card, with the pleasure, but possibly also needing to protect that or some of the wounding, like I was mentioning earlier, if that resonated with you at all. With the Ten of Wands, this is about burdens. That could be burdens around passion, burdens around relationships. This is something that's really been weighing you down. And it's time to release those burdens, release those patterns. Like I said, taking a closer look at what that might be. Yeah, with the Eight of Cups, moving on, kind of walking away, detaching from the situation, like Archangel Michael said. Getting more in tune with yourself. Yeah, because it's time for justice and fairness. If the scales have been tipped in an unfair direction, keeping you down, possibly negative, possibly in this wounded place. And so it's time to kind of cut that loose, make a different choice. Yeah, with the staff, authority, uniting things, getting more balance and harmony. The Fool, I love that. So this is about going after what you want, finding this new beginning. It's time to start fresh. You can leave all this shit behind. That doesn't mean you forget about it or you don't learn from it. Yeah, but something more fulfilling. All right, let's see here with care and nurturing. You got 2 with that one. Seven of Pentacles and the Sun. All right, so nurturing your choices, bringing more care into your decisions. Right, and this is really then moving forward ablaze. This is light. This is shining bright. This is being authentic, right? Blazing that new trail. Moving forward with your faith. Right, that's coming through with both of these cards. So are ancestors. So again, that wisdom. Right, maybe there's even some family trauma that has been in your lineage. All right, let's see here. All right, with Quaking Aspen and Forbidden Fruit, we've got the Emperor and Page of Pentacles. All right, so the Emperor is fire energy. That is going after what you want, taking a stand. Definitely goes along with the Staff energy. And again, more of that fire, more passion, what we've been talking about. And then the Page of Pentacles. I think how magical she looks in this card. But this is planning, going down a new road, right? There's steps that are being taken. This has the opportunity to be something that will help you grow, that is more long-term, right? And now you have kind of all of these different tools, even if the situations you've been through have not been easy. All right, let's see here. Let's get one more with that. And then we'll work up the affirmation. Let's see here. Yeah, 4 of Cups. So this could be even kind of refusing an offer, turning down an offer. Again, this is really stagnant, stuck energy, especially emotionally. So notice if the choices you keep making continue to lead you to this place of disappointment, of feeling, just unexcited, kind of working maybe all the time, not letting yourself have any fun. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. All right, so we'll come up with an affirmation. A lot of cards here. Oh, what did I just do? We'll see what these are, and then we'll come up with it here. Yeah, Death and King of Swords. It's definitely time for something to transform. Time for you to get more clear. Maybe there is something or someone that you need to cut out from the past. That could just be sort of that memory. Again, that healing and wounding is coming up pretty strong in this reading today. But it's time to transform that. I love how they're looking at each other. Right? She's dancing with the angel of death, staring him right in the face. And this is about change, transformation, getting out of feeling stuck, bored, unhappy, not making choices for yourself. It's time to become the authority, the emperor, for your new beginning. Something that doesn't feel so burdensome and so heavy. Time to go after that forbidden fruit. All right, let's come up with the affirmation here. I honor pleasure. What do you think about that one? You honor pleasure. Let's take a look at these cards right here. So what could you do this week to bring more pleasure into your life, to really take a good look and notice if you're not allowing joy or pleasure in, right? Where you restrict yourself, or maybe why you're restricting yourself, because your pleasure and your joy is extremely important. Right? Bringing in that love and happiness is one of the most important things to do while we're here on this 3D earth. So yeah, what can you do this week to make that more of a priority? And really protecting your pleasure, right? Knowing it's important. Maybe it's not something that you share with everybody, right? And just doing things again this week that make you feel safe and happy, that bring in pleasure and joy. There's the lights changing again. Did you see that? Okay. Yeah, so pleasure. That's what it's all about this week. We honor pleasure. All right, so that is the affirmation. That's what we've got. I hope there was something here for you today. If there was, please leave me a comment. I'd love to connect with you. And until next time.